to action. Insights alone won't move the needle, action does. Epiphany to Action is the podcast for executives, entrepreneurs, and decision makers who don't just want to think about change, but let it.
Hey, good morning. You're multi talented, you're brilliant, creative, okay? A powerhouse of ideas. But let me ask you something. What's the monetizable right now for you? What skill out of all that you carry is ready to get you paid, positioned, and deeply fulfilled? That's what we're gonna have and talking about today, beloveds. Welcome to another episode of From Epiphany to Action podcast. And really thank you from the bottom of my heart for receiving me in your office, in your car. Maybe you're at a gym. Maybe you're just at home. Wherever you are. Thank you so much, and yeah, most of all, thank you for receiving me in your heart. I'm Aisha. I'm your host. um, Let me just give you more about the podcast today. Um, I'm not only a podcast host, I'm a mother as well. I'm a visionary. I speak loud and sometimes also soft. And I'm a business partner for many and a good friend, best friend, and the founder of my company, Ichel Cecilia.com Media and Consultancy. And another successful company of mine is also where I'm the co-owner. That's Get Responsive. And I'm telling you, my life's work is from a little girl. I love to help people. I love to see people excel and grow. I mean, like, just, just don't stay in that dream. Just making it happen. I love to see people just being the best version of themselves. That's why I'm doing these podcasts and all the shows that I'm doing. So today we are cutting through the overwhelm of I can do so many things. And let's focus on what you really can do. This one skill you have that helps you build your income, your brands, help you make impact. Okay? Let's find out what that skill is, and that skill that actually pays you. Okay? That's what we're going to focus on today. And I really want to just give you a short insight of what a podcast is all about. Yeah, in this space, I love to speak on the epiphany moments we have, because we have a lot of epiphany moments, and in your love life and in life, in your business, on spiritual level. I mean, those moments that shift your entire path. Maybe it's just to make you aware of something, and just to give you more insights. These epiphany moments are multiple, yes, and they are important. And the best thing is to take the right actions after that epiphany moment. And you don't have to take action on every one of them, but there are some of them that really, really push you to the edge to go to do something different. Okay? Everything I bring in this podcast is rooted on, divine love. I mean, I move on intelligence, on wisdom, practical things that I do in my life, personal life, business life, strategies that I use. These kind of things am I ready to bring to your ear I hope very, very soon in the future, also with guests as well in my episode. So this is where a vision meets execution, because this podcast was also an epiphany moment for me. Okay, so now I'm doing it. Am I ready? Honestly, I'm not ready. I'm just doing it. And I believe in start before you're ready. I just believe that, because the more you stay perfectioning things, postponing it, also let me do a research here or something that, etc., you will delay your success because you don't even know if it's gonna be a success. So just try it, just do it, jump in it, and after all, you have plenty of time to perfection, to make perfections, to adjust, to do whatever you want. Okay? And I already talked about my epiphany moment with you, and this podcast is born out of this moment. I love to bridge gaps, so stay with me, hanging with me, because I'm creating a lot of legacy with this podcast as well. Because I really love our youth to listen. After all, I have a young girl at home as well, and she's very enthusiastic about the podcast and everything I'm doing. So I really love to share it. And don't forget, these are insights that your children can listen to. So share the podcast to the youth as well. And I hope in the near future to have a few youthful guests also on the show, so they can share their experiences about epiphanies, because you will be surprised how open our children are, and how what they do with their epiphany moments. That's this is a side note for you. And don't forget, the epiphany moments bring you from learning to doing, and this is our goal with this, okay, with this podcast. um, from fear to power, because I'm going in the near future, expand the podcast on what fear can do with you, and from being stuck to being unstoppable. Oh, peeps! Oh, beloveds! This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Stay with me. And as I said, the movement is to be global, to cover anywhere, everywhere. Of course, I'm seated and localized in the Netherlands, and we are doing great. No, don't worry, don't worry. And I really love for you that if you're listening from anywhere of the world, even from the Netherlands, just let me know in the comments, because it's great. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels as well: Spotify, YouTube, on LinkedIn. Follow me everywhere where you can find me. Also with a podcast, because I'm ready to bring great things to your ear. And I focus on bringing you clarity on what's happening and what we are doing, and how we can help. So the podcast is also focused on helping you to go through your transformation, because we evolve. As you already know, I love for you to expand, to grow, etc. That means that you're transforming. You are in that process every day, even if you don't believe it, you are there. Your soul alignment is very, very important. Your mindset, your spirit, also for personal and business. Don't forget, very, very important to stay there. This podcast is also for the entrepreneurs, professionals, for the executive. If you feel that leadership in you, this is the podcast for you. Oh yes, oh yes. Stay with me, even if you feel that I'm not a leader yet, because This energy will push you to the edge. I'm focused. I'm focused. Yes, I'm focused. And if you are a legacy builder, stay tuned. Stay here because there is a lot to share. There is a lot to share. Okay. So let's dive in the genius part that I want to share with you today, from idea how you can monetize it, etc. I'm talking to you today, um, especially in the form of essence, because I believe that whatever you do, you have to move from your essence, from your inner you. Okay, your inner strength, your inner wisdom, your knowledge. Okay, you are highly intelligent. You don't have to be intelligent in everything. And I hope I have more time in the future to shed light on these words, because I hear a lot about these words, and sometimes I think, wow, someone don't have to be intelligent on everything to be called intelligent. So if you have one thing you're doing great, that's also intelligent, because you're great on that part. And that's what we're going to figure out today. Okay? Um the first essence I want to touch today is your zone of genius. Okay? That's the zone where you don't have to second guess yourself. It's a real decision from inside. Okay, you're not dabbling, you're not having any doubt, nothing. That's the genius part of you. Someone can wake you up late in the night, early morning, talking about a certain topic or asking you to do something, and because you're so good at it, okay, you own it, you can just jump and get awaken and do your thing. That's the genius part. You're not doubting yourself. You're not second guessing. Okay? You're not going to anybody to ask for advice about that special thing. You can. That's what I mean with your zone of genius. Okay? Ask yourself this question: what do people always come to you for? Just hanging there. What do people always? Whatever you do, you are, I mean, like at the other part of the world, but someone will find you and they ask you to do that single thing. And what feels effortless but impactful for you? Something you do, as I said, they can wake you up late in the morning, early night, evening, afternoon, the whole day. You just go jump in it and do it. Or you just give an answer easily. Think about it, because that's your power. That's the skill. That's your genius zone. That's the one thing you can take a decision on and say, this is what I'm going to use now. Okay? That's what I mean with your genius zone. Find that. Get to that essence. Okay? Um, Let me go to the second essence with you. And if you have any question, just ask, and I will give you answer on that. And if I can't, I will go and figure it out and bring it back to you with an answer. Okay? Um, the second essence, monetization is about solving real problems. Okay, then you find out your genius zone, your skill that nobody can, pass through or pass you by, because they know you can do this. So that's the one you can monetize. But is it solving any problem? Is it making anybody happy? Is it changing any lives or situation? Or, like adding on to something that's already there to make it better, you know? That's where you have to go and look for yourself. That's amazing, wonderful skill that you have. Can you monetize it? Is it solving real problem? What problem does it solve? For who? Who's your the person or the group, the audience you wanna help solving the problem? Okay? And who needs who needs your solution or that skill urgently? Like not over a year, but so quick ASAP, as soon as possible. Who needs that? Because that's your first target market, okay? To go with your skill so you can monetize it. And when you're passionate about something, um, does it mean, does it, um, does it meet the necessity of the real world, the demand of the real world? You know, because most of the time we have the epiphany, and that's where we come from. You want to take the action, and you find out your skill, of course. You want to monetize it, but is it demanding? Is it a problem that you can use again and again to solve, to make people happy? What's the demand? How many people want that solution from you, that skill? And this is also important for your figures, okay? This is important for your prognosis that you want to make, your plans, your financial plan. You have to have an idea how many people want your solution, needs that skill yours. How many companies? How many people? How many groups? Okay? So I give you some insights, and this is the essence too. So the essence too is monetization is about solving real problems. Which problem are you solving? Okay? You can use the Ikigai framework, and I'm not going in depth in Ikigai. I just want to give you very, very short insight, and I hope in the future to have some of you in the podcast to go in depth about the Ikigai framework, because it's a wonderful method to use. Ikigai is a Japanese method, by the way, and it's in the essence about the reason for being. It helps you identify where your joy and other needs overlap each other. So your love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for, can be paid for. These are the 4 pinpoints that you have in the Ikigai. It's a wonderful and beautiful method. I can honestly advise and give you this as a tip to use right now and to find out the one and another, so you can move forward. Um, and I think this is also a sweet spot for today, you know. Um, oh, this made me happy to share these insights with you. I just feel a lot of joy coming up. I hope you can feel it as well. Let me share the third essence with you about the same uh, topic. And I'm talking about how to monetize your idea. And the main topic of today is for you to just get some more clarity about the skill that you have and that you can use so you can be paid for, you can monetize it. Okay. um Knowing that Ikigai is a great method, I jump into the third essence. um what is the breakthrough that you can materialize in the lives, you know, in the in other people's life? Which value can you add in other people's life, and how long can you commit to that? That's the third essence I want to give you, because that skill yours is very important. It's an awesome skill, but how are you uh, going to make it work in other people's lives? Okay, let me just explain a little bit more about this, what I mean. You don't need a lot of income streams. Maybe one or two is enough to make you happy. But what you need, what's very important, you have to have one solid income stream that is always there. That's your foundation that brings steadily bread on the table. And from that solid income, you can build the other one. You can build the multiple streams, but build from your zone of genius, build from your skill. As you notice, I can talk like a lot, and I love to, but there are moments that I'm very, very quiet, and that's after the podcast. Yes, I take my time to go back to what I just told you, because the most of the content that you get from me is intuitive. Of course, I have some bullets. Otherwise, we will be having a podcast of 5 hours, and I can do that. I know my strength, I know my skill, but that's not the intention. So, we are nearly to the end, but just think back about the third essence. Okay, you don't need a lot of income stream, 5 income stream. You need one stable one, and you can build from that stable one the other one. And your skill is key, and that's the reason I had the essence 2 and 3, so you can focus on what is it, and is it for long term monetizable. Hmm? Um how many, how long, and how big is your audience? I mean, your clients, uh, because you have to be able to sell it. You have to sell your skill. How are you going to do that? Okay, think about all these things. Okay, um, what I want to share with you before I go, I had read a book long time ago, and I know I got a lot of insights from this book. Honestly, I have to go to read it again, but I still feel to give it to you today. And that's a book of Gay Hendricks. It's The Big Leap. Go and look for it because it teaches us that we sabotage our own growth because of the unseen upper limits. Because we can't see how far we can come doing one thing, we start sabotaging ourselves by thinking small, shrinking ourselves, uh, um, you know, uh, listening to these rare voices that keeps you small, this kind of thing. So, and we settle in our comfort zone of excellence, something like that. He's calling it. I have to go back to the book, but I really, really want to give it as a tip. Go in there and read this book. It's a great one. It's very inspiring, and when you're um, at that point um, that you want to step out, this book will guide you. Okay, um, take the lap. Take the lap. Yeah, it's a big lap. At the end, um, look for this book. Just when you read it, share in the comments what your insights are, how it helped you, uh, on your journey. Maybe you are starting, maybe you are 20 years busy and now you want to do something. And I'm just reminding you of a lot of things, giving you more epiphanies with this podcast today. So let me wrap it all up. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Um, so I just want to give you a note of power. Let me call it like that, a note of power. Don't confuse movement with momentum. The most powerful shift in your business or personally and in your person starts with one bold decision that you have to take. And this one, what I gave you today, which skill is it for you? Which service is it for you? Which product is it for you? Okay? To be known for something that lights you up and changes someone's life. Um, Adding value to other people's life. Okay? Find that in yourself. And maybe you're already there. Keep going. I would say keep going. Don't hesitate. Keep going. And with everything that's changing, how long and how far can you go? It depends on yourself, on your own creativity, on your own commitment to yourself first, and then to your audience, to your clients, your customers, our clients. Um, you know, what you have to offer to the people you're coming along, and people you maybe you didn't met yet, but they are waiting for you. So show off. Just let your voice be known. Set a comment under this post, this podcast on Spotify, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. You know, do something. And maybe you're already there. You already have your audience, and you don't want to grow. Oh, then is this podcast not for you? Mm-mm. You can always hang here on this podcast if you want to make steps forward, to grow, to reach, and the sky is not the limit. Mm-mm. You can go farther, beyond and above the stars. You can do that. Okay? Let me close with an affirmation as every week. Yes, I have something great to say. to share with you. And you can repeat this affirmation 3 times, 7 times, 100 times. It has to be your own. You have to feel it. You have to dance in it, on it. Put the music on. Repeat it for yourself. All the affirmations I give you. Just make something out of it, of all of them, because these are things that I'm using in my personal life as well as my professional life to keep going. I'm walking this path for a long time. I start very, very early. I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, I've been through a lot, but I'm still standing. I will remain standing and I will push forward so I can give you the energy, the power to keep moving forward, whatever happens. Okay? The affirmation for today is I commit to my calling. I honor my genius. I choose the path and I master it. Hanging there. I commit to my calling. I honor my genius. I choose one path and I master it. Oh, yes, I do. I do. I invite you to stay with me and share the podcast on via Spotify, YouTube. I don't know where you're listening from. Let's help each other. I really want to reach a lot, a lot. I mean, like a million people with this podcast because I really believe that every word can inspire one person and change one life at a time. I'm going for one life at a time. And that one life at a time will multiply to thousands, to millions. And it's not my first rodeo. I've done this before. And I know if we just join forces, we can help each other. So help me share the podcast to inspire others. Join me next week again at 11 o'clock. And I hope to have other great news for you next week. I love you so much. Don't even dare to think that I don't, because I do. And that's keep me going because love is the answer for everything. Even though you don't believe it, trust me, it is. At the bottom line, you have to love what you're doing. It starts with self love, but you have to love what you're doing, how you're doing it, and who you're doing it for. So keep standing. Join me next week again. Follow me the whole week. And I hope together we can make a big difference in many lives. Have an awesome day and enjoy this beautiful and wonderful week. Okay, bye bye.